All right, so we're currently officially in DC, my DC Cinematic Universe Phase 2. This is the background of the ending of Phase 1. If you like to see what's going on in Phase 1, go ahead and watch Part 1 of Phase 2. But if you want the more in context story of the whole entire DC Universe storyline, please go back and watch my DC Universe Part 1 through 5, and then you'll be pretty much caught up for Phase 2. Just like part 1, we started off with the first movie of Phase 2, Justice League War of the Gods Part 1, which leads us to this video, Justice League War of the Gods Part 2. Again, very expensive movie and a very, very long one. This might take up the whole entire video. If I'm able to read fast enough, or if I'm able to pretty much shape it and give you guys the cliff notes of what the movie is mostly about, maybe I give you guys a surprise and we'll go into the next movie of the slot. But let's go ahead and get things started. Justice League War of the Gods Part 2. With the heroes now together more than ever, movie begins with Dick Grayson showing Bruce the footage of the lightning blur figure from the last movie. Bruce believes it to be a man, or at least the god Hermes. Dick doubts but believes Bruce may be right. Some minutes in the movie is spent on the heroes working together to take out more of the magical beasts that shows up around the world. Hal Jordan leading Chip, Green Kilowog, and some Atlantean warriors defending the people of Mexico from Cyclops. Manhunter leading Diana, Arthur, Sinestro, Tomari, and other lanterns to protect England from man-bats. Showing Diana is still distant from Arthur, this time Aquaman notices. And Kal-El leading some Amazonians in defeating the Yetis in Iceland. Zeus is frustrated with Hades and Hercules losing their battles, and he mourns for his son Ares, but not his brother Poseidon, because Zeus was the one who pretty much killed Poseidon in the ending moments of the last Aquaman movie, and Ares, fall into Black Adam in the Shazam movie. Go ahead and check out those videos to find out more. He looks to his left, revealing his plan B, his daughter, the goddess of wisdom, Athena. Mayor Bruce Wayne announces a meeting with the Justice League, but it's actually a secret meeting due to Bruce still keeping his secret identity as Batman, and Dick Grayson being Nightwing. Dick and Bruce reveals the blurry figure footage to the rest of the heroes. Diana confirms it to be Hermes. The Lanterns agree to return to Oa to rebuild from the Brainiac attack. John Stewart, and Guy Gardner stay with the movie, showing them getting closer and building a friendship, sharing their experiences on Earth before becoming Green Lanterns. Guy shares his trauma from being a Red Lantern, and Stewart sharing his poor neighborhood where he grew up and entering the military for his dying grandfather, who also served in the military. Movie also shows Cal and Bruce getting closer with Dick, becoming a little nephew figure to Superman. Moments of Batman and Superman team up against Greek warriors like Hephaestus and Perseus. Arthur confronts Diana near a seaboard. He questions her distance since meeting each other again. Diana wonders who Queen Mira is. Arthur reveals to her their story to how they met and what caused them to marry. If you want to find that out, watch The Last Aquaman. Not watch, but go back and go through the last Aquaman movie in Phase 1. Diana expresses her feelings for Arthur in a rude way, which causes Arthur to feel bad yet disrespected by Diana's feelings towards Mira, who she doesn't know. During the argument, Athena stands in front of them, stepping out of a portal from Olympus. Diana and Arthur still hold annoyance, but prepares for a fight. Athena summons swords and fights both the warriors. Elsewhere, Bruce and Clark end their fight with Hephaestus and Perseus. Bruce outcombats him, and Clark overpowers them. overpowers them both. Before they can celebrate, Clark hears a fight far away and flies Bruce to it while calling the Justice League. Hal, Guy, and Stewart, Shazam, and Martian Manhunter answer the call. But before Nightwing can join the fight, he is stopped by a fast man wearing all red and a yellow lightning bolt on his chest. "My name is Wally. We need to talk." The heroes have arrived to a beaten up Diana and Arthur. Athena summons an army of humanoid beasts attacking the heroes, separating them. One by one, Athena fights each of the heroes. Athena versus Wonder Woman, Diana being kicked through a portal, Athena versus Aquaman, which Arthur is taken through a portal by some beasts to hell. Athena versus Superman, sending Clark into multiple buildings, knocking him out. Athena versus Shazam, throwing him into the mouth of a giant humanoid. Batman and the Lanterns, Guy Gardner and John Stewart, get beaten down as well. Bruce orchestrates an escape with John Stewart after Guy Gardner is stabbed through the chest by Athena. The goddess slowly and brutally takes over the planet, destroying and wiping out government buildings. Soon, her father Zeus arrives and says before the screen goes black, "Humanity is mine." And that is the end for Justice League War of the Gods. Pretty long one, but I feel like we still got time for one more before ending this video, which leads us to the next movie in Phase 2, The Fastest Man Alive. This movie follows Wally West, a private investigator who lives in Metropolis, with his fiancée Artemis Croc, who works at her own bakery. Wally and Artemis go through money troubles, causing Wally to take on extra time doing paperwork overnight. Wally attempted to leave to return home until a lightning blur hits him on the way. The blur knocks him over and sending him to a lab next door to his private office. Multiple chemicals drench Wally's body, still feeling the effects of damn near being shocked by lightning during the blur's contact. Wally would wake up in a hospital with Artemis next to him. Wally should have spent months in rehab, let alone be alive. But Wally dreamt of a vision of Hermes, messenger of the gods, saying to him, "Wally West, I choose you." Wally wakes up all healed but notices enhanced super speed. First part of the movie is spent on Wally learning his powers. The main villain is Hermes, testing Wally by creating attacks on his family members using monsters like flying demons, vampires, and other creatures of the myths who also run fast. A build-up to a brutal race between Wally and Hermes. Wally would accidentally absorb Hermes' speed, weakening him and making him mortal. Hermes would die of old age, turning to dust. Upon the ending of the movie, Wally returns to his job, lying he was in rehab at a certain point. He creates a suit for himself, becoming his own superhero, and his fiancée Artemis finally marrying. At the end credit scene shows Wally and Dick talk at their lab, watching the footage of Athena fighting the heroes. Wally explains everything to Nightwing. Wally admits to Nightwing, "It seems like those heroes were kicked through a portal to different dimensions. How do we track them?" says Dick. Wally reveals there may be a way and shares he's been trying and experimenting on himself to test how fast he can really go. Have you ever heard of the Speed Force theory? And that is where we're going to end the video. How are we liking it, guys? How are we liking me introducing Flash into this universe? How are we liking the last two movies of Justice League War of the Gods, Part 1 and 2? Y'all let me know in the comments down below. Like this up, share to all your DC fans, and I will catch you guys in the next one.